Okay, I might just have to hold it. Okay, hey everyone. My name's Ashley Brook and I'm autistic. Um, I wanted to come on here because just give you guys a little background about who I am. So, I was nonverbal till I was 7, and I stopped talking again from ages 10 to 11. Um, I had such major sensory challenges that my parents would lock me in the room by myself all the time. Back then, they thought it was called a personality disorder, and they would lock me in the room and tell me, let me know when, when Ashley's ready to come out. They were trying to say that I had a multi-personality disorder. They're using my first and my middle name as if there were different people. It was kind of messed up. But anyways, my daughter. Um, yeah, it was very frustrating. They didn't understand autism, and they joked really rough. So like they thought it was cool to be like that. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird growing up. So it got very abusive in my house, and I ended up running away at 12. Um, I later met a Thai and Japanese family that took me in, started getting me to practice my social skills on my on, at their restaurant, like taking drink orders and stuff like that. It was really scary, but I was able to get better at socializing and stuff like that. I now today have 2 autistic kids. Um, and my son today is nonverbal. And my daughter has repetitive speech and speech delay, but she's starting to talk more now. So, I wanted to come on here and just sort of like, I don't know, like, give myself a fresh start because lately I've been on TikTok and I like to listen to sermons sometimes because I believe in God, everyone, majorly. And so like sometimes when I'm feeling like conflicted or just things don't seem easy, I will go and listen to sermons or listen to other TikTok channels about God. I went on there the other day and they were like, I shared that I was autistic and my kids were too. And then they told me that they were gonna pray the demons out of us. I was like, what the heck? It was so weird. I was like, what do you mean pray the demons out of us? Like, they were saying that because we're autistic and because we were nonverbal. I was nonverbal and that my kids are today. That it's because we have demons. I was like so shocked. So I lost my cool that day, you guys. At night, I posted a video like wanting to cuss them out. It's so not in my character to do that type of stuff. You're gay. So, so let's see. I learned how to do this. Look at you guys. Look at how easy this is. Look at. Um, timeout. He's been naughty. Santa Claus. Okay. See, they always want to do that to me, get me out of my character. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. So I've been like, yeah, I've been getting really pissed off at the way people have been treating us. So I talked to my friend today, and he's like, hey, like, we're talking about stuff, and he's like, do you ever get weird messages on here? Like, do they ever say weird stuff? And I'm like, too often. Like, before I would get all ready and stuff, and like, because I wanted to be like, look good for my channel, of course, out of respect, right? Just like when you go to church, you get dressed up, right? Well, hi. So I would get dressed up before in my earlier videos, okay? But then I started getting weird comments, and then I was just like, oh my god, this is getting really discouraging because I'm on here to talk about something serious, and people are just saying weird comments and like compliments and like, but in a little, a little much, the compliments are like a little too vulgar, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, wow, okay, that's not why I came on here. Hi. Um, so I stopped getting dressed up. I stopped getting ready, you know? And I told my friend, like, I don't know how much more of this I can take because I hate being all sluggish. And he's like, well, why are you doing that? I'm like, because I don't want a weird audience. I don't want an audience that is like, I'm not trying to like be a model or be some popularity contest. Like, I want just to talk about autism and help people understand autism. I don't want a high mask when I'm talking about autism and be all like fake, So he's like, well, just don't listen to those comments. So I'm gonna try to do that. It's super hard. It's super hard not to like fight people. I swear. I don't know if anybody knows about autism, but we cannot take something that is being said to us and just like I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna flip out, especially a word autistic person that has been through a lot. We're gonna do that, but I don't want to get taken out of character. You know, I'm actually a big Christian. Like I don't want, I want to heal. I don't want to be all psychotic and like respond to the craziness. So this is what I'm dealing with, everybody. Oh my god. So today my son is gonna go on his a visit with his father. My son's nonverbal, so we have a difficult time co-parenting. So I'm going to start practicing letting my son have a say in what he does. So they asked me, like, would my son want to go on a, because he has to go with a social worker. Like, would he want to go on a, like a, was it like a hiking, you know, hike a walk? And my son has psoriasis and joint issues, right? He has medical conditions associated with his autism, microbiome issues, and it's just like, uh, I was at first like, no, like I don't think he's going to be able to measure if my son is comfortable or not, or you know, and I don't even think he would listen to if my son wanted to stop or not. So I said, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop doing that, and I'm going to ask my son what he wants to do. He's nonverbal, but he will answer multiple choice questions. Funny. Thanks. I'll take that. I'd rather than acknowledge that I'm an old lady. I get really tired of having young people hit on me. It's weird. So, um, so yes, so we're going to be um practicing that today. I'm going to be recording it and talk to the social worker. I told my son last night, "You're the boss, Ozzy. Ozzy's the boss." Huh, Ozzy? My son's here with me. Um, so what we're gonna be doing today when he goes, I bought him a tree, bought him gifts and stuff. I'm gonna finish wrapping them up. And my daughter's asleep right now. I'm just hanging out. I really came on here just to be like, try to like, what? Okay, so some things, okay, things I don't like. I'm just gonna start off with like things just to keep it going on the topic, everybody. So things I don't like. I don't like metal music. I don't like loud music, like with anything with bass in it. I'll freak out. Um, when I'm angry and if someone is yelling a lot and there's a lot of noise, if I'm start to having a meltdown, my body will like I'll hit tables, countertops. Um, Back in the day before I had kids, people, if they came at me aggressively, to the sequence of sound that I was hearing. It's almost like my sound and my physical movement kind of go they're in sequence. So people need to really stop talking shit to autistic people because we might flip out. And then it's dangerous for you. Which is exactly why I practice being a Christian. Because if I lose my mind, you know, I don't know how I will respond. So for everybody who doesn't know, see, let's talk about. Anybody have any questions about autism? I'm also gonna keep talking. Someone's sending me a photo right now. I don't know what that is. Probably one of my people on here saying that he's watching. So I don't. Okay, I don't like when I like plan something and it's supposed to go a certain way and it doesn't, or if someone else had any little bit to do with that, I will get really agitated and like start like, which is why I don't have a boyfriend or a husband. I don't like people messing up with the way that I do things. It's like I don't like things being moved in my place. I don't like stuff put where it doesn't go. Like I'm a little weird about it to where okay, I had a friend that came and stayed over like a few days ago, and she put her deodorant on my on in my pantry where my food's at, and I'm like, why did you do that? Okay, I started flipping out. It was funny. I flipped out and I felt bad because she was coming over here to help me, like because I had a seizure. But I just couldn't handle a bar of deodorant in my food pantry. I was like, what the hell is this? I fucking flipped the fuck out. It was funny. Other things I don't like. And when I say I don't like it, it's like I really can't handle it. Like I'm gonna start like, I'll feel it in my body. I get like really like, I can't take this, and I will verbalize that to anybody. Now that I am able to talk, I was not verbal for most of my childhood. Everybody, oh my god, I don't know if it was from me not being able to express myself verbally for that long. That when now something is bothering me, I will check and like correct anybody. I think it might just be my autism. That's just how our brains work. I think. I will correct. I will correct a police officer. I will correct a social worker. Like I have no problem doing this. They keep saying, "Why are you ignoring me?" I'm not reading the messages because people like to go off and like say weird stuff to take me off topic. So another thing I don't like. So I don't. I You ever heard that song "Psycho Killer"? I know it sounds a weird thing to say, but like I hate people that are rude. I will flip out. I don't like seeing people like mistreat other people. I don't like seeing anybody be rude to me or anybody at all. Like it can be a stranger in the street, and if I see somebody being rude to them, I don't know what it is about me, but I will make it my business. I just have no like filter. I have like no like way of like if I see that it's unjust, I'm just like, you know, I will correct you. And I think it just comes from being like an empowered autistic person. Like a lot of us kind of like will withhold, you know. It might have to be like associated with like a combination of my childhood trauma, you know, and all the like the abuse that I went through as a child. So when I see something being done like wrong or someone being treated mean, I'm just like it'll trigger that, and then it's a combination of like my trauma and my autism, and you won't win. Period. I'm gonna win. So there's that. Oh, I also do some crazy. Okay, so this is something I noticed about my autism. So there's been a lot of situations like a lot of people think that autistic people won't respond. You know, like they won't respond correctly in emergency situations. I will have you know that I respond really, 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 really fast in emergency situations. Like I used to work at a school in Missouri, and the building actually caught on fire. And they said that there was two little kids still left in the nursery. Um, the fire department was already pulling up and everything, but I was like, it wasn't even like a thought in my mind. I booked it, ran into there, and pulled the kids out. And we were to know everybody was told to stay away from the building, right? And then there was another occasion where I responded quickly. Um, there was a car accident, and this boy was like inside, and they pulled him out, and he didn't remember who he was, and he needed his phone to call his family. I was super dangerous. I shouldn't have done it, but I didn't think twice about my safety, and I ran into the car that was could have blown up and pulled the kid's phone out and wallet. Um, another occasion, a woman got hit in front of my apartment complex, and I lived like on the second floor, so I was right at the corner of where the intersection was. It was an older woman. I saw a car hit her. I don't know what I was thinking. Ozzy's farting. My son's farting. and I ran downstairs. I grabbed a blanket. It was pouring rain. That's why when I saw it, I grabbed it. It was like one of those big old giant poncho blankets. I ran down there. I covered her body, called the ambulance, and I prayed for her. And I laid there in the rain with her, and she was bleeding everywhere. So like, autistic people can be very calm in emergency situations. It's surprising. I don't think they give us enough credit. Like they always be like, "Oh, an autistic person shouldn't work like, you know, as a firefighter or like as a police officer." It's like, I don't agree. We respond calmly and rationally and, you know, promptly like we do. It really is true. I mean, maybe not all of us, but if we think we can do it, if we've seen us in action, then it's like, why can't we? Like, leave us alone. No, we actually can handle stuff a lot better. And also, we're really good at aiming. So I don't know why say you shouldn't have guns. If anyone were to, I don't believe in guns, by the way, but if anyone were to have a gun, I think it should be an autistic person that is, you know, able to, if they have to be trained, of course, and be in that field. But we actually could probably be like freaking assassins. Like our aim is sick. Like it's super good. I can like when I was pregnant with my son Ozzy, I couldn't do much like around, so I would just exercise, like walk, go on walks, and then I was in a big backyard. Like the house that I lived in had a big backyard, and I would practice throwing the axe, like at the tree and at targets. I'm really good. But anything with Amy, air hockey, uh, bowling, anything with Amy, super good. Can I move the camera around more? What is this? Okay. Also, let me see what time it is. My son has his visit soon. They're gonna pick him up in 40 minutes. Ozzy, you ready to take a shower? I actually have to get going, you guys. I didn't realize the time. It is 11:06. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping in. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Thank you. We gotta get you ready, Oz. It's go time.